How's it going, everybody? Thanks for watching another video. So I've been shooting the heck out of this Canik 1 series and I absolutely love it. The trigger on this thing is exceptional. The features that are on here are ridiculous for just under $300. So I started wondering, can this Canik hold its own against my favorite Glock, the Glock 45? This one costs right around $500 to $550, but I love the way they got the shorter Glock 19 slide on the Glock 17 grip. Let's see if it can hang in there. $299, $499 if you're lucky. Let's have a closer look. Alright, here we go. I got the Canik up top here and the Glock 45 on the bottom. Look at those next to each other. They're beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Now, for those that don't know, the Glock 45 has a Glock 19 slide length and a Glock 17 grip length. So when we get these together, the Glock 45 should have the shorter length slide length. There it is. You can see it there. And then if I match up the grips here, it should also be longer, just like that. So these are both still considered compact, but the Glock 45 has the longer grip length. Alright, I'm going to zoom it in just a little bit here so we can have a look at the front sights. The Canik has a fiber optic front sight, while the Glock has its standard white dot in the front. As we have a look at the slide profiles, the Canik has a taper up here, and you're going to notice a cutout right on the front there with the front cocking serrations. And the Glock does have front cocking serrations, but of course it's sporting its normal kind of squared off slide profile. The rear sights, the Canik has the Warren Tactical U-notch sights, and the Glock has their standard outline U-notch. Alright, really quick, I want to go back to these Warren Tactical sights. These are made out of steel. So a lot of people are like, well, Glock, why don't you make yours out of steel? Because the one that comes with it is plastic. But honestly, guys, I haven't had any issues with these plastic sights, but I don't put my guns through crazy training. So if you're a normal human being like myself, I think you're going to be okay with these plastic sights. But there is no arguing that these Warren Tactical sights are a lot more robust than the plastic ones that come with the Glock down there. Now, in the back of the Canik, you have a cocked trigger indicator. So what happens when you pull the trigger? It goes away. So this isn't necessarily telling you that you have a round in the chamber. It's just telling you that your trigger is cocked. Now the Canik right down here on the top of the slide does have a loaded chamber indicator. So when there is one in the pipe, you're going to know because it'll stick up like a little flag here. So let me show you what that's going to look like. See how it kind of pops up there just a little bit, very slightly. But then if you were to eject it, it goes flat. So there's a lot of features built up here on the Canik slide, including this ridiculously large slide catch, slide release area, and it is ambidextrous, so look how big that is. Now the Glock does have an ambi slide catch, slide release on both sides, but it's very tiny on both sides. Alright, the Canik features a match grade barrel to help you with your accuracy, and it's got a longer rail on the bottom for accessories, while the Glock, because it has the Glock 19 slide length, has limited room for accessories, but does feature the Glock Marksman barrel for improved accuracy. Alright, the next thing we're going to look at is the grip angle. Now the Glock seems to have more of a slant or a cant this way, where most pistols are a little bit more straight up and down. Some people complain that this more slanted grip angle makes them shoot left or whatever it is they're shooting. I don't mind this grip at all. I think I have a little bit more control. It feels a little bit better in my hand. As for the stippling, it's a raised square on the front strap and on the back strap here, and these back straps can come out. The Glock 45 has a couple of them that you can make it smaller or bigger. Going on to the Canik. Canik's grip angle is more straight up and down like this versus canted. Its stippling is more of a pyramid, like a raised pyramid there. It's also on the front strap and the rear strap, and these back straps can also come out. The Canik has a bigger beaver tail here in the back, and it does have a thinner cutout here on both sides. So for those people with smaller hands, I think this grip angle and these cutouts are a little bit easier for you to get around and hit that mag release. So this one has more of a checkerboard pattern release, and it's a little bit smaller compared to the Glock release. And you can see the Glock also has a cutout, but it doesn't go around as much as the Canik does. But there's a good look at the grips here. Let's have a look at the triggers. Alright, it is known that the stock Glock trigger is not the best. So let's give it a look here, alright? So have a look here. It's kind of spongy, and you're going to see what I mean right here. Like there's a lot of resistance. See that? And you don't really hit a wall. It's just going to keep going backwards. See that? It's very spongy. Here's what the reset looks like. Way out there. Okay, try it again. Again, not a clear, easy way to get to the wall. Like it doesn't break. Spongy, very spongy. Here's the reset. Okay, back on it like that. One last time again. Okay, easy. Okay, perfect. And here's the reset. And on it. Alright, let's have a look at the Canik. Alright, let's have a look at this Canik trigger. And the first thing we're going to notice is it just glides to the wall. Unlike the Glock where you actually have to keep squeezing and feel that sponginess, you get right back to the wall and it breaks. Here's a look at the reset. This is a very short reset. Back on it. Okay, once again, there's just so smooth. Wall, click, kick it back out. There's a reset. Back on it. And with this one, I'm really going to just take my time and squeeze it for you guys here. Okay, so here is the wall. Boom. And it just breaks on you right here. Really slow. Even when you go slow, it just cracks like glass. Oh, so great. Alright, let's have a go at trigger pull here. I'm going to try to keep the gauge somewhere in the center, because when you put it on the bottom, the trigger pull ends up a lot lighter than what it actually is. For example, here, I'm going to try one on the bottom here just to show you. Okay, that's going to come in 4 pounds, 13.8 ounces. But if you keep it in the middle, it's going to be a little bit heavier. I'm going to try to keep it right there and pull straight back. Alright, 5 pounds, 12 ounces. Okay, cool. That's about where it's at. 2 more here. Try to keep it right there in the middle. 6 pounds, 1 ounce. And try to keep it right there again. Straight back. 5 pounds, 14.5 ounces. Let's have a look at the Canik. Alright, first trigger pull on the Canik. Gonna keep it right there in the middle of that trigger face and pull it straight back. What do we got here? 5 pounds, 4 ounces. Yep, that's considerably less. Got 2 more in here. Man, it's so crisp. It's like a crisp cold beer on a summer day. Straight back. Okay, that's pretty much in the middle. 5 pounds, 5.0 ounces. 5 pounds, 5.0 ounces. And let's go one more. Keeping it right in the middle. Okay, right there and back. And it's coming in at 5 pounds, 7 ounces. Here's just an example why I don't like to do it on the bottom again. So if you were to do the same test and just drag it on the bottom of the trigger like this, you know, it's going to come in a lot lower at 4 pounds, 11.6 ounces. But for the most part, there is no doubt in my mind that this is the crisper trigger as compared to the Glock. And for a gun that's $299, you don't have to replace any of the trigger components. This thing is awesome. Alright, one last thing about the triggers on both of these, and I just want to talk about the internals on the Canik. A lot of the components on the inside are nickel plated, so when you're doing this, it's just gliding on all the internal pieces. So you can get this trigger and make it a lot smoother if you take it down and polish it. But what a lot of people do is just replace the entire grouping. And one of those groupings can cost anywhere between $150 and $250 depending on what brand you go with. So for $299, the trigger you get with this is outstanding. Alright, let's give the Glock 45 away here, and keeping in mind the Glock 45 does come with 3 of these 17 round polymer mags. Let's see how much it's going to come in at here. 1 pound, 8.4 ounces. Zero it out, go back on here. Okay, perfect. We'll do it once more just to verify that weight. Alright, same. Now the Canik, the 1 series comes with 1 15-round steel mag, so that is a disadvantage. You only get 1 mag, but again, it's only $2.99. This feels heavier. Exactly, 1 pound, 12.2 ounces. And again, it's got a longer slide as well. Okay, one more time. Perfect, we'll do it once more. And no doubt, the Canik is heavier. Alright, so what do I think, right? $200 less, a killer trigger, and a lot more features. I'm going to give it to the Glock 45. Guys, I cannot tell you how awesome it is to have a shorter slide on a longer grip. It's so much easier to control when you're ripping rounds down range. I can keep them on target longer. And although it's more expensive, I can shoot this one a lot faster and a lot more consistent than I can with the Canik. But if you're thinking about getting one of these, you cannot go wrong with this. The trigger on this one is superior to the Glock, and it comes with a lot of other great features. But guys, that's the ending of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please give me the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to Chemo365, please do. And remember, I'll catch you guys laters.